Welcome to Own the Room. On today's panel, of course, it's no special guest. It's my one and only right-hand man, Charlie Brown. Today's more of a discussion.
That's right.
And I just wanted to keep everyone up to date with what's happening as a global issue. And I think it's only right, and this is not me saying this, Charlie.
Yeah.
This is the messages that have been coming through.
Right.
From the video that you posted earlier today.
Yeah.
And it really got to me because the anger and the pain that was coming out,
Right.
for me, woke me up.
100%. Do you know what? Like, it's literally come to the point now where we've had years of it. Now, here's the thing, right? Anyone that in the past, any form of bullying or oppression, we're against that as well. So we're not just saying that it's Palestine. We're talking about humanity here. We're talking about your guy walking down the street when he stood at the bus stop and a bunch of guys is bullying him. When you get out your car and you tell them people to leave him alone. And we're talking about that, bro. And that on a huge scale and years of it. And literally when I made that video earlier, I just watched a few videos and I thought enough's enough. Like, we're not powerful enough to create an influence or to do something about this matter, because unfortunately there's people out there that can do something about it, that have a platform to do this. And it was just really bugging me that as human beings, the least we can do is if we can physically not do anything about it, we can at least in our hearts feel the compassion and the pain anyone that's suffering right now is going through. And for that reason, as you can imagine, you've seen how passionate I was, how angry I was. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, why do the people that are actually being oppressed, how's the tables being flipped on them? It's really bugging me.
Would you say oppression has started? I mean, I'm just kind of get myself up to date with the history of this whole conflict. 1948, around about that time is when this all started. But this is not, like you said before, it's not a cultural issue. It's not a Muslim issue. It's not a Christianity issue. This is humanity.
Right.
So let's go back a little bit, if you can enlighten myself and the audience.
Sure.
What's happened recently? What's made this whole spark? Let's talk about the blessed month of Ramadan and what actually happened in Masjid Aqsa.
Right. So basically, as people are aware, Muslims are aware, the 27th night is the most blessed night, right? And it's the night where we believe that God comes down and shows his mercy. So every human being, in the sense, any Muslim at that point, is submitting his will to God. He's in peace. He's not torturing or touching or involved with anyone. He's at the end of the day, these guys are worshipping, right? So what's happened is the soldiers have stormed in and they've shot off gas and stun guns and stun bombs and gas bombs and grenades and all sorts, right? And putting the worshippers that stress to the point where they had to. Some of them were running off. Some of them. It was a panic. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible for anyone to do that type of act. It just shows clearly who is the oppressor, right? Who are the victims? We can see it's black and white with Israel. They feel like they're the superior nation, and they feel like, the Palestinians are the dogs and the rats, and they, by any means necessary, will bulldoze your house. They will come inside. They will have the right to sniper you and kill you, and no one can question you. There's videos circulating and pictures circulating of kids being held in handcuffs and taken to the police. And you know the beautiful thing about this is, though, recently there's the pictures are trending of all these Palestinians that are getting handcuffed and locked up. They all have a smile on their face, and it's so beautiful. The pictures are so powerful, Coops. You got to see these pictures, and it gives you chills that these guys are in the heart of all of this destruction, and they have that much inside them to smile with the courage and honor. That is unbelievable. And the pictures itself, it speaks volumes.
When there's a cartoon being released, which is another big topic, we all stand together and we all say, look, we all write to the parliament, we all write to the prime minister, and we say no, because that's our prophet. I want to bring another sensitive topic to the table now, and it's getting me quite emotional because I'm thinking I want to take you back to what our Holy Quran actually says.
Right.
And there's a night And like you said, the Laylatul Qadr is it for people that don't know what this is. For Muslims, we believe, and a lot of the non-Muslims watching this would also relate to the whole fasting. And you know what? Hats off to these people that are fasting just because they love their Muslim friends are fasting. They want to copy it. Do you know what I mean? It's a new thing that a lot of, and you know what? Hats off to them. But what I wanted to touch on was in this month of Ramadan, it's when the Quran was revealed, and these are big stories. For us, it's a big like Christianity. They have Easter. They have Christmas Day. The same thing for us is Ramadan. We are blessed to see a whole month where we believe the devil is locked away. We believe this is the month where we have to literally put our worship to another level.
It's also like self-reflection. You know, anyone that has any bad habits, just to self-reflect and understand, like, you know, it's not just about starving yourselves, just working on yourself, becoming a better person. And like you said, you know, the 27th night of all nights in Ramadan is the most peaceful and blessed night.
I'm going to try putting it in layman terms for everyone to understand. On Christmas Day, individuals will go to a church.
Right, exactly.
Right? This is the anger we want people to understand. If us Muslims, and we 100%, Charlie, condemn any violence.
1,000%.
We can't touch, we can't kill spiders.
We're not allowed to kill spiders.
Right?
We're not allowed to kill Allah's creation.
Because that is God's creation.
Exactly.
And the word God is English terminology. For our Arabic terminology, Allah. So Allah is not our name that we've given. It's just a translation of the word God. So that's what I want people to understand. Yeah. So we've got the same God in essence. We believe in one. That's true. There's certain religions that believe in more than one, two, three, etc. But what I want to get back to is if us Muslims, me and you, Charlie, went into a church on Christmas Day and we did what they did on the 27th night of Ramadan, you tell me what the articles would read. Right now it says Palestinians say, listen to this.
Right, go on. Let's hear this.
Palestinians say 21 killed as Israeli air raids on Gaza continues. I'm a marketing man. I will tell you now, the first two words changes everything. 100%. What they're saying is the Palestinians are saying that 21 have died.
How powerful it is. Look how smart these guys are in manipulating the audience. And I'm glad you done that, Coots, because what you're showing there is giving people a better understanding.
We've never seen oppression. We're living in the UK where everything, alhamdulillah, everything is not like, I can walk out at 1, 2 in the morning and go to my local shop, pick up milk and bread. But one thing that I haven't witnessed is walking down the streets of Gaza at 1, 2 in the morning with the airstrikes going off.
What you got to do is just go there. You'll see how much of these Israelis are treating the Palestinians as animals. Literally, they blocked off every time, any way the Palestinians could come into Israel, they put on these massive walls and to block them from coming into the territory. These guys are coming in, they're bulldozing the houses. There's a recent video that was circulating. I'm not too sure if you've seen it. And there's a woman saying, like, why are you in my house? This is my house. Why are you taking up? He says, listen, if I'm not going to take it, someone else will. Wow, look at that, bro.
This is one thing that Imad was showing us as well, was that video where he was walking with these kids and this kid turned around and said, we used to live in this house. And they actually had these cages up where a little kid who's like 7, 8, for him to remember that that was my house at one point. Now, the Israeli soldiers have stood there saying, you can't even come inside this vicinity.
Let's just picture this, right? Someone comes on our turf in Manchester, bro. Someone comes onto the block. You've not seen these people before. They come in with a bunch of guns, bro. They come in, right? And these are real life stories. The woman pregnant, your mother's pregnant. Shoots you. You're so scared. You run and find safety underneath the bed. Your father's trying to protect you. He locks the door. They come in. They shoot your dad. They shoot your brother, they shoot your sister. All you're left with is just the blood coming towards you while you're underneath the bed. Imagine what that child has just been through. This is real life stuff, bro. This is real life stuff. Imagine what that child... And for the fact that he's angry and he wants to voice his opinion about something. Imagine someone coming on our turf and knock down our doors and try to take over our house. Or anyone's house for that matter. Anyone will be absolutely fuming. And you think they're going to sit there? Yes, you can kill my mother, you can do this, you can take my this, you can do... No.
And there's going to be people out there that believe the same thing. Yeah. You know, with my mindset, protesting in Piccadilly Gardens has happened on every occasion. Yeah. Everyone, and I'm talking humanity, stood up when George Floyd was murdered. It was a murder. Yeah, what happened to him.
It was murder.
And the whole BLM, Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Brother, let me tell you something. Yeah. For those that are watching this right now, Charlie, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, freed Hazrat Bilal, the first black man to accept Islam. Right. He was a slave. You know, they used to torture him. Yeah. Listen to this story I'm about to tell you, brother. Yeah. They used to torture him because he was black. Yeah. Our Prophet released him, freed him, and kept him. He was beautiful at reciting the azan, which is the call to prayer.
He is the officially the first person to ever recite the azan, and he done it. And again, look how much of a status the Prophet God gave him that status. Do you understand? And it just shows why that was. God wanted to break the stigma and everything that was attached to people that were black. People, you know, the Arab was not superior than non-Arab. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ, before he left this world, he made it clear, and there were certain things he said before he left, and one of them was that no Arab is superior than any non-Arab, right? And he said it out loud because he knew the peoples, what they were like.
That is exactly the speech. Yeah. You are not greater than you. Right. You are no different than you. Yeah. And colour was never in the question. It was never in the question. For that to happen, Black Lives mattered back then. Now we're bringing it out now because George Floyd, for us, as individuals, we've always knew Black Lives Matter.
Look, what I'm saying is, where's your heart? Where does your heart go for anyone that's not black and suffering? Yeah.
We can go out and protest, but between me and you, Charlie, what difference is that going to make?
It doesn't make a difference.
And that's the way I see it.
But the way I see it is that God's allowed us an opportunity to create this platform, and you know, if no one's going to do it for us, we're going to do it for the people. Look, Israel, we do want to be fair here now. We want to talk about Israel, what Palestine do wrong. I can't find anything. I can't find anything about what Palestine's done to Israel. They're so powerful. They've got, you know, such a powerful army. They run the world. Yeah, you're not allowed to retaliate. If you're a celebrity, you speak out against Israel, your sponsorships get stripped away, you know, people will stop following you, all sorts. This is ridiculous. Now, Israel uses Hamas as their scapegoat, you know what I'm saying, as their way to put the blame on Hamas. Now, Hamas carries weapons and this and this. Do you know what it is? Put it this way. When I was telling you, when someone comes into your house and does that to you, right, and that's that one boy that was left underneath that bed with nothing but a pool of blood of his family, gone. And when he gets up and he says, you know what, I'm going to get you guys for what you done to me.
He has every right to say that.
He has every right to say that. And that's what's happened. People have got together and we said, we're not going to have this anymore. Look, listen, when anyone goes around, when Manchester bombs happen, bro, my heart was hurt, man. Yeah, my city, our city, bro.
That's big.
Exactly. Like, you had the nerve, and who they were caught to say that it was Muslims. I was like, you are not a Muslim. You, in my eyes, are not a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And we stood for this. We stood for this, bro. Do you understand?
Just say something.
Yeah.
When that Manchester attack happened, that's when we woke up. Right. That's when we realised in Manchester that shit just got real. Right. Here's the thing, relating back to what I said at the start. Right. We don't feel the Palestinians hurt I don't feel their hurt. I'll be honest, it's how can I? We need to experience that with this, and we did in some degree and that person that committed that was a crime. That individual is not a Muslim.
When the non-Muslims are saying, what are you guys doing about it? What do you think of this? Listen to me. First of all, this is my country. This is my city. I was born and raised here. I feel the same way you do. So when you're asking my opinion, that I'm so offended by that. The famous saying of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, killing one human being is equivalent to killing the whole of mankind. Do you understand? And that itself is so powerful. And these are the teachings that we live by. So when someone turns around and does the 7/7 bombing or the Manchester bombing, do you not think we educate our children that these are the villains, and Islam does not teach this?
You know what it is, Charlie? There's a lot to talk about here.
Do you know what? There is a lot to talk about. But ultimately what we're doing today now, we're just giving people a clearer understanding as to where the frustration comes from. We tell people, please, one thing everyone needs to do right now is stop listening to the news. Just go out there, do your research, ask people, ask actual people that have lived in Palestine, ask them how they feel, what they're going through, please. What would you not agree, Coops?
100%. But what I'd extend it even more to that. Yeah, you saying reach out to Palestinian people. Just think about your own kids. When you go sleep tonight, when you're watching this, you just think, bro, there's been times where I look at my little one, I start crying.
Exactly. Well, you can't relate to it. You put yourself in a position trying to relate to it, but the thought of even going there sends you under. It makes you cry, doesn't it? It hurts and strikes the nerve.
Crazy.
Listen, how many people have suffered? How many people have had to get the son's arm from there and the leg there and put back together and bury him? Like, which father or mother deserves that?
No one deserves it.
No one deserves it.
We have to make it very clear as well, because this is not every single Israeli.
No, of course, yeah. Right.
It's a big thing, because you did mention to me that there were Orthodox Jews.
Orthodox Jews, yeah.
That have protested for Palestine because they don't believe in it.
For Palestine, against the acts of the war crimes that Israel have committed. And these guys come on public TV, right? And they speak out against these people. Zionists see them as the sellouts. They see them as the sellouts, so they put them in the same category. Again, not all the Jews, but the Zionists, they are very proud to the point where they won't even talk to you. You open the door for them, they think you're just a dog. We are the superior force and nation, and everyone else is below us. Do your research, and I'm not lying. You will find out.
As a Muslim, I would open my arms and say, welcome.
The Orthodox Jews, they're very good. They understand.
Here's our challenge from Own the Room, yeah? Right. Would you back me on this challenge?
I back you. Listen, I back you. Whatever you say, I'm with you. You're my brother till I die. You get me?
You get me? Okay, so here's our challenge from Own the Room. Right. If anyone knows, or anyone watching this, is a Zionist Jew, right? Yeah. I want you, open invite, to message us. Come on the panel. Yeah. We want to hear your side of the story. And at the same time, I want a Palestinian brother to sit down with you.
We'd love to get that to happen.
Let's make it happen. Look, because this is the thing, Charlie. Yeah. Our prophet and our religion has taught us what? Peace, love, peace, positivity.
To the point where you cannot go to sleep at night knowing that your neighbour is hungry. And that doesn't mean because he's Muslim. That could mean because he's an atheist. That could mean because he's a Hindu. That could mean because he's a Jew. If your neighbour is going to bed, you knowing that he has no money to have food, and you let him...
Perfect. Because now you've just lined me up to mention this. Right. A few points, okay? Yeah. If I may.
Yeah, of course, come on.
I'm just going to relate to Christianity. Right. My best mate, good dear friend, Paul White, we had him on, yeah? He believes in Jesus. Right. We believe in Jesus. Right. I just want to make it clear. We call him Isa alayhi salam, right? That's our Arabic translation for the word Jesus. Right. Yeah? Right. He believes Jesus. So I'm going to put it out there. Yeah? When we say Prophet Muhammad, we actually want you to think in your head, we're talking about Jesus in your religion. Right. That's our Jesus to you. Make sense? So far. Layman terms. Layman. Right. There was a funeral happening The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when we say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we see, that means, what does it mean?
Peace and blessings be upon him.
That's the Arabic translation.
And
I'm trying to break it down.
Respect, because he was the best of us to step foot on this earth by far.
This isn't for us to educate people on who the Prophet was. I'm trying to show you something called characteristics. There's a funeral going past of a Jew. When I say Jew, I mean Jewish brother. Because in humanity, we are technically brother and sisters. We believe in Adam and Eve. We believe in that in English terminology. When that Jewish funeral was going past, our Prophet, Muhammad, equivalent to your Jesus, stood up out of respect. The Muslims at that time turned round to our Prophet and said, do you know, that's a Jewish funeral going on. That wasn't a Muslim. He goes, so? Was he not human? That is it. That's all I want to say. Was he not human? That is in itself a teaching for all of us.
It is.
Now, this is why I wanted to bring to the point. Why are we as Muslims so affected about what's happened? I want to take everyone back to our days as Muslims, in our book, in our scripture. Yeah, there was a night where God, the Almighty, called Prophet Muhammad up to the skies to see him. Now, on the way, our Prophet stopped at this mosque.
Right.
In Masjid Aqsa.
People are so worked up, right, go on.
This is a big thing that everyone says, oh yeah, it's just a mosque. It's not just a mosque.
It's not just a mosque.
And this is why I think Saudi plays a big part in what I'm about to say. So our Prophet went to migration to see God, but on the way there, our Prophet stopped at this mosque. Which mosque?
Al-Aqsa.
Al-Aqsa. The one right now in Palestine. In fact, it's also written in the Quran that Mecca in Saudi, a lot of the non-Muslims will recognize this by the black dome that we walk around. Whitey would understand. I've told Whitey so much, alhamdulillah. Like, he's such a beautiful guy, man. He just listens. But I just want to educate. This is about adding value to people that don't understand the pain that these Muslims, Palestinians especially, are going through. Why? Because it's not just any mosque to us.
You got Mecca, Medina, then you have Al-Aqsa.
And they say these are the three most holiest sites in the world for a Muslim.
I can't believe this has happened, you know. We lived this time to see this happen. How painful is it? Like, it's heartbreaking. I
mean, that video, just between us, yeah? When I watched that video, it really made me think, stop, get you in there.
Have a heart, man. I'm not just saying this because they're Muslim. I'm saying this because, do you know what? My heart's hurting, and it's hurting so bad because I'm just seeing so much torture in this world. Like, listen, you know, at the end of the day, you guys have to be fair right now. Be fair and look at the story. Who is the real threat?
I want to go back to why this mosque is so important for a few minutes. So our Prophet went to that mosque. Not only went to that mosque, every single prophet before Prophet Muhammad, including Jesus, stood behind our Prophet in prayer on that night. It's the third most holiest site in the world for a Muslim. If this happens in Al-Aqsa today, what is there to say that tomorrow it doesn't happen in Makkah or Medina?
Exactly.
So one thing I would say, right, is if anyone watching this, if this video ever reaches anyone in Palestine, Charlie, what would be your message to that person?
So my message to that person is, I might be just Charlie from Manchester, but let me tell you something. My heart is real. My prayers are with you every single day. My mother's prayers, my dad's prayers, everyone I know are praying for you. But I promise you, we will carry on voicing our opinions and we're with you.
To come to a conclusion on this, right? We as individuals sat here, me and you, Charlie. People behind the scenes or people watching this will not know how much charity, we call it sadaqah, how much charity we give in aid of Yemen, in aid of Syria, in aid of Iraq, in aid of this, in aid of that. And money, I believe, is not what they need. This is my opinion. I believe is what you said moments ago. They need your prayers.
We believe, inshallah, we will see better days.
They're suffering for a reason.
Of course.
Because it's about humanity. Who stands up and who sits down. This is a test. This life is a test.
You know what? Everyone has their own challenges in his life. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we all battle with something. But one thing I am for, and my parents have taught me, and your parents have taught you, and we come from the same block. We come from the same peoples. They taught us, if you see someone suffering, help him. If you can't physically do anything about it, say it with your tongue. If you can't do it with the tongue, think about it. If you can't do that, feel it in the heart at least.
Wow.
I just want to say one more thing. Basically, look, right, we are nobodies, right? But these small little dots are nobodies. If they were to come together, right? Ooh. Imagine. This is how powerful we can be. I'm happy we are together. Me and you are on the same page here. We want to get more and more people. We want them little dots. We want them all to come together to own the room. And we want to shout and show people that we're here. And we're not going to tolerate it no more. Enough is enough. I'm being honest. I'm sorry I'm getting... enough's enough, man. I can't do it, Coops. It's too much, man. I don't want to cry again, man. It makes me cry. It makes me think of my children. It makes me think about these people, children, going to sleep, not being able to pat your bed. Why don't we, Coops, just get everyone to take a moment right now and just pray for peace around the world, truly from the heart. If you don't like peace, seeing anyone suffer, whether it be a dog, cat, whatever it is, we just ask for peace around the world.
Very powerful. I think for everyone watching right now, we're going to take 30 seconds, a minute. And I just want everyone to just think about the loved ones around them.
Just take a couple of seconds just to give a moment to everyone suffering around the world and everyone that's suffered. You know, I think we should give a few seconds. I just pray, I really pray everything just comes to an end and everything just stops. And I really hope, man, this has made a difference today. You're here across the sitting to me. You feel the same pain, and you know we have to talk about these matters. So hopefully we can raise the awareness. Free Palestine, because they are humans. They just want to live in peace.
Every single country, and big up to Turkey.
Big up.
Do you know what? You didn't even talk about Turkey. Bro, big up to Turkey, bro.
Turkey, wow, nothing but...
I'm getting goosebumps, brother. Goosebumps, brother.
I'm not even... Salute to you, because you are the only man that actually went out there, rang up these Muslim power, the leaders around the world, and said, look, are you going to stand for this? And that's what it took. That's what we needed. Thank you, Turkey. I love Turkey, I swear down, I love Turkey.
Is a his voice, have you heard him recite? His love for the Prophet.
People are suffering in Palestine, yet you're busy shaking hands with these Zionists. Shame on him, man. I tell you straight, shame on him. Simple.
But big up to Turkey finally, because you know what it is? That guy, for me, every time he speaks, I see, and we're going to put a clip of him in this.
Oh, we are.
Of what he says.
He's what every man should stand for. And that's what he represents. A powerful, beautiful leader.
Başta Suudi Arabistan. Sesin çıkmıyor, sesin. Ne zaman çıkacak? Mazlum Filistin halkına ve Kudüs-ü Şerif'e yaptıkları tacizlere seyirci kalarak İsrail'i cesaretlendiren herkes ortaya çıkacak vahim sonuçların sorumluluğuna ortaktır.
Look, the thing is, that man understands his roots. He understands humanity. He understands Islam, most importantly. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I can't watch the videos of the torture because it hurts my heart so much. I understand people are trying to raise awareness.
All I'm going to say is, whoever's watching this is not a Muslim issue. This is a humanitarian issue. This is human rights.
Thank you once again, guys, for taking your time out and taking your interest in having to hear what me and Coops have to say about this controversial topic right now. Ultimately, we just want to raise awareness, and we want people similar to us, the same feelings we're feeling. We want you guys to comment and tell us how you feel, and we just want peace. What do you think, Coops?
100%. It's all about peace. I'm going to end it with this one: love, peace, positivity.
That's a beautiful thing to say. 100%.
I want Palestine to own the room in its own country.
Wow.
I want it to just be able to stand up and say, we own this. An emotional one.
It has been an emotional one.
And I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. Whoever's watched and learned something from this, leave a comment.
Keep watching, guys. Please share the page and raise the awareness. Thank you so much. See you guys soon.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.